This Saturday, talkSPORT brings you the huge rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol for the undisputed light heavyweight world titles. Live from Riyadh, the card has been described by most as the best of all time, with Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, Hamza Shiraz and Joshua Buatsi all in action on the same night. Let's build up to that fight and that night and speak to former British cruiserweight, our mate, the wonderful Johnny Nelson, live from Saudi. Hello, Johnny. Good evening to you.
Evening, boys. Evening. I'm a little wrapped up. Last time I came here, summer season, but it just didn't hit me. It was freezing, so I thought I'd think twice this time. Stocked up, so I look a bit bulky, but I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm ready.
Oh, it's cold out there. Hold on, let me just find my violin. Hold on. No, I can't find it. We'll have to continue without seeing it. Oh, no, there it is. I found it. I found it, Johnny. There you go.
Oh.
Go on, tell me how cold it is. Go on.
All right. Yeah, it's really cold.
Yeah. My heart,
Sir,
honestly.
can I have some more?
My heart bleeds for you. It really does. Hey, listen, before we talk about the unbelievable night of boxing, just talk to me about where you are and what build-up to this weekend is like. Because I get the feeling, Johnny, I've not been out there yet for a fight, but I get the feeling every time you guys go out there, it's even bigger and better than the time before.
It's frightening because there's buildings here that weren't here 3 months ago. It's just unbelievable.
Wow.
Last time there were pink pelicans. Apparently they've been moved over there. We're like in a you know when you're castle, you got the moat round and there's water there. I'm expecting to see some alligators and sharks swimming in there, but there aren't none at the moment. The setup is second to none, and for such a big event. And I'm saying it's one of the best cards of all times. I'm oldest to remember Don King putting his cards on. He put some big cards on. But in this time right now, this card is top draw. I'm an ex-fighter. I'm also a fan. I'm also a journalist talking about this. This card is mad. Absolutely mad.
Johnny, I mean, I love the fight card. I'm really excited for it. There has been a change, though, because Shakur Stevenson, he was due to fight Floyd Schofield, but that's not happening anymore. What can you tell us about that?
No, Schofield apparently, apparently he passed out, so I hear. So now they got Mr. Paddling from the UK. The lesson learned, or the lesson being taught now for all fighters that are there, modern day fight is what they do is they fight, they'll disappear, go on holiday, turn up to the gym to lose the weight to get ready for another fight again. If you stay in the gym, and stay gym fit, opportunity only knocks once or twice in life. What an opportunity to earn life-changing money, get a crack at a world title as well. And remember, the worst kind of opponents to fight are the ones that step in at last minute notice, because if you're supposed to fight somebody, you kind of deflate, think, man, I can't respect the guy in front. Padley's got a great opportunity to get him with Shakur Stevenson, who I believe is an outstanding fighter.
Talking about outstanding fighters, let's talk about Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker. Now, it wasn't that long ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I watched Joseph Parker become champion of the world, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought he was so overrated. I didn't rate him as a boxer, and he had a few defeats, and it was like I remember watching him thinking, well, there you go, I've been proved right. But then since then I've been proved completely and utterly wrong. He goes into this fight, I know he's taken on a hard-hitting Daniel Dubois, who's explosive against Anthony Joshua. I just wonder, in their last fight, so Dubois had Joshua, Joseph Parker beat Deontay Wilder, is that right?
No, he's fought someone since then, I think.
Okay,
yeah, that's right,
when you take the Deontay Wilder fight, who do you think impressed you more? Because neither of those two fighters, that's why I've picked those, were expected to win their bouts there. Who do you think had the harder fight and impressed you the most out of those two fights?
Daniel Dubois impressed me more. Why? Because he walked into the Lions Den, almost 100,000 people at Wembley. But they're anti-Joshua fans. Probably 5% of the fans were there for Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois bumped in, he bounced in with a big smile on his face. I'm thinking, oh my God. He's got an oblivious look on his face, as if to say, I don't care what's going on here. Anthony Joshua walked in like Elvis. Walked in, big robe on, they're cheering him and everything. Daniel Dubois got in the ring and absolutely annihilated him with simple jabs, with the basic fundamentals, his aggressive attacking style. Nobody expected it. I didn't even expect it.
Yeah.
Now, Daniel Dubois, I think his one impresses me more than anything else, because the Deontay Wilder that boxed Joseph Parker, like it or not, was not the Deontay Wilder we saw 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. He just turned old overnight. And that, you've got to think, Joseph Parker beat Zhang, he beat Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Now, these guys are near 40, and both of them have got a mix of what Daniel Dubois has got as a 27-year-old man. So now, that style, Joseph Parker, I think technically is the better of the two, without a doubt. But he went in there, box, box. He used his ability, his youth, and everything, his pace, and that's why he beat Wilder. That's why he beat Zhang. But then you look at Daniel Dubois. Look what he's in at 27 years old. He's now starting all of a sudden believes in himself. Because I was one of those people that thought this kid's got quit in him. This kid's not going to make it. He got his hard hat on. Now he believes in himself, which makes him a dangerous fighter. And I know I'm saying this from a loving place. He reminds me of Trigger, right? Because he's oblivious to everything that's going on, but he just wants to fight. And you look at the size of him. I saw him in hit the pad yesterday. Honestly, it was like hearing a shotgun. You know, you get a golf swing, you hit the ball, and bing, it's a bing. That's how it sounded when he's hitting the pads.
Wow.
But then you look at Joseph Parker. His back is like a gorilla. So I think offensively, I mean, when it comes to technical boxing, Joseph Parker. If it comes to attacking style as a fighter, I'd go for Daniel Dubois. How do I think the fight goes? I've got to lean towards Daniel Dubois at 27 years old. I think you've got a kid that now believes in himself. And remember, Joseph Parker, 2016, he boxed Anthony Joshua, and I thought he was just a backup dancer. I thought just making the numbers up. Look where he is now. So he's done an amazing thing with his career. So you've got it's how the heavyweight landscape changes overnight. This is a brilliant fight, and actually could be top of the bill, and it isn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about that fight. I think Dubois, with his newfound confidence, I think makes it dangerous. Johnny, I think the fight I'm most looking forward to, apart from the two obvious ones, Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. And I think it's because, and I've said before, it came out of nowhere. I didn't see this happening, but what a fight this is.
You know what? I did the same as you. And the thing is, we coming out at 4 o'clock. The fight is 4:45. So you can imagine just getting ready to go out and Buatsi Smith are on. You'd be like, what? You won't even get changed to go out. What a way to start a night. Usually you start a show with a few 6-rounders, a bit of a warm-up. But you've got Smith, Buatsi fighting each other. Now, if this fight goes the distance, I go Buatsi. If it is an inside the distance stoppage, I'm going Smith. And the reason why I say that is when Smith walked out here, and when they gave him his announcement, they talked about his resume. You look at his show reel, his knockout show reel. The only one that's got a better knockout show reel than him is Deontay Wilder. He sends shivers down your spine. But then you look at Joshua Buatsi, you know he's got the skill, but he's never ever really shown us. So Saturday night is a time when he's got to come out, he's got to blossom and show us, listen, this is what it was all about.
Yeah.
He's been a professional 9 years. So now's the time he's got to show he's world class. I don't mean just win, he's got to win. And he's got to put Smith in his place. I actually thought initially when I heard about it, I thought, has Smith gone? Has he turned old overnight? How comes this fight's happening? I know it's for the interim WBO title, but I'm telling you now, again, another fight that could fill any arena and be the top of the bill.
Yeah, just a quick word about another one. You mentioned ageing boxers. Zhilei Zhang's not getting any younger. He lost last time out against Parker. There was a time I thought he could be heavyweight champion of the world. Is this last chance saloon for him, do you think, on Saturday?
Maybe, but you've got to look at the side of him. When you see the side of him, Kabayel together, you'll think, oh my God, this is like a dad and his son, you know. But Zhilei Zhang, southpaw, heavy. And the thing is, at the ages that you've got to understand, when you get to about 40, when you fight, you've got to stay at a consistent pace. Don't let your opponent take you out of that pace. If he takes you out of that pace, that's when you get gas. And what happens with Zhang is, it looks like early on, it looks like you've got his number. Then you start to drop in temp. And then all of a sudden, when your temp drops, he is consistent, and that's when he catches you. He can punch, he's a southpaw, he's cool, he's calm, he's mature. I'm actually leaning towards Zhilei Zhang to get this done, and it keeps him in the who needs him club, because nobody wants to fight him. So if you want to get him out of the way, Saturday night's the night when you've got to get him out of the way.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
John, listen, thanks for coming on. I'm just worried about you. Spencer moaned about the weather conditions yesterday. Is the fight on Saturday, is it all indoors or outdoors?
Well, it's indoors, and I'm going to be dressed like a preacher because it's a special night. I'm just saying, a shirt and tie and everything.
Yeah.
I was going to come bare-topped, but I thought I might get myself arrested. So I'm just going to dress accordingly.
Okay. Well, your weight's looking good. You still working out? You still hitting the gym?
Just a little bit. Just wake up in the morning, about 50, 60 press-ups, a few pull-ups. You know what I mean? Just that's how you warm up in the morning.
You should work on the lower half of your body. I've seen you chicken legs before. No good, Johnny. No
What?
No one sees those legs in the disco, do they?
You are. All right, boys, you can stay that from the studio. I'll be back home soon.
Oh, you're breaking up, Johnny. You're breaking up. What's that? Hey, listen, we love having you on the show. We're very lucky. I hope it gets colder. Give our regards to Spence. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Nice one. Smelly's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. I'm going to nick him. I'm putting him in my pocket.
Where is he? What's he doing now? What's he doing?
It's in my pocket. It's in my pocket. Give me a little tickle.
Okay, I think if he's giving you a little tickle, we'll let you go. Right. Thanks, Johnny.
No problem.
See you later, man. There you go, the wonderful Johnny Nelson. Have you met Johnny? He's been in the studio when I've done shows before.
Yeah, I've met him before. I've done a few things with him on Sky as well. Yeah, great guy.
He's great. What a night of boxing that's going to be.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.